All right, guys, Blitz World Series action coming at you here in the Pro Division for the month of November. Event number 13. This is the 13th Blitz World Series tournament, 13th map we've had in here, and the 13th time we've had the privilege of watching the pros bang out with Blitz-style action. We got Qien in yellow out of Russia, bottom side, the Octo Kid. We got Latof in red out of Kuwait, starting off on the top side here. So this one should be pretty interesting. So we've already seen some pro games so far this month. A lot of well, a lot of kind of blowout. Well, not blowouts, but we've seen a lot of players kind of beating each other up, which is so crazy. I mean, the pros ultimately represent the top 10 players in the world at Blitz. And it's crazy to see, even at that level, how different they are in skill. So, you know, we saw Artie beat up Legend and Zed. Then we had Latof beat up Artie. Then we had Luke beat up Artie. So Artie's beating people up. Luke beats up Artie. Then Qien 3-0s Luke. So Qien just coming off a 3-0 versus Luke. Now we got Latof in here. Qien's looking so tough, guys. Qien's just been playing so much Red Alert 2, so much Blitz lately. He almost, I think he was close to getting top #1 on all three ladders last month. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he 3-1'd with Luke. But anyway, Qien's just in full beast mode, but of course Latof, the Deso King, if anyone can put up some points against him, it will be Latof. So we'll see. Starting off, Soviet versus Soviet, gotta think this is the point where Latof, really important for Latof to get a win here, I think. I think he's probably a slight favorite in this matchup. And then from there, you know, as Allied comes out, I think Qien definitely gets more of an edge. Zap, can you close the prediction in here? The prediction is up, guys, right now. If you want to get a vote in, if you're on your computer, just scroll down. You'll see the prediction. Qien or Latof, I want to see how you guys are feeling. We will close that prediction here shortly. So conscripts out for Latof, kind of interesting, and Qien's going to match. Qien now matching with conscripts as well. Interesting. Kind of weird not see either player switch over to dogs more in this position to kind of thin out the other player's conscripts. So Latof with the higher ground here. It's interesting the way this kind of ledge is able to play. You can get a nice tactical advantage up here. You know, in the past we've had similar kind of map mechanics like this, but usually they're very small. So this one is so big, it's almost as big as the main lane. So being up here and playing off this is definitely can be a nice advantage. But Qien gets a Desolator and takes all of Latof's conscripts and fodder with it. Very nice use of the Desolator. As Qien over to Battle Lab tech. Nice early tech push here for Qien at the 2.5-minute mark for the Battle Lab to be out. It's very nice. Latof does get gets the Desolator on the left side. So, or sorry, Demo Truck. Neither Demo Truck getting much done here. So, ooh, that Desolator gets behind him. Sentry gun out. So now Qien in the water. So this is interesting. Latof is pretty consistent with his Soviet look in Blitz from what we've seen the last couple months. He likes to go heavy War Factories, heavy Rhinos. That's the way he normally plays. So I would expect him to not be matching tech here. I think he will just stick with the War Factories and try to get a massive Rhino advantage. Which is certainly, you know, playable at the top level. He just needs to be a little bit careful if when Qien gets the Iron Curtain out, things like that. Dreadnought out now. The Dreadnought on this map, though, you don't really get much naval advantage unless you have map control. So right now, Latof has map control, so Qien's not really going to get much value out of his Dreadnoughts. Kirov out now, bit annoying, and Qien kind of being a bit annoying with these Desolators as well. So Qien's going to switch over to the left side. Qien now out-tanking on the left side, and Latof does not want to be losing tank battles right now. Latof is severely behind on the tech race. Well, Latof's not even attempting to keep up in the tech race. But if you don't go tech, you should get a War Factory advantage, and you should get a Rhino advantage, and you want to be able to use that. Desolators from Qien on the left side got so much damage done. This army, yeah, Latof's army here on the bottom left is like a half-strength army. Very nice use of the Desolators from Qien. But the Iron Curtain goes down. Now he's going to take an oil. That oil's going to take 2 War Factories with it. Good map awareness and nice hit there from Latof. Latof needs to be a bit careful here. Doesn't want to get counter-punched. But, oh, he's going to be able to get the MCV too. Yeah, and Qien sells the MCV. And Latof, yeah, Latof playing the early tech Soviet perfectly here. Getting that Rhino advantage, getting behind him and making him pay for it. Now, a decent group of uncontested Rhinos on the top side here. Qien's Kirov goes down. Latof just needs to spam the sentry guns, slow this position down. Latof out now with Tesla Troopers. Not something you see at the pro level very often. Wait. Yep, and so Qien does quit out. Latof takes it home. And again, guys, you guys know by now, but you know I gotta say it. I gotta say it. We got Blitz World Series action coming at you all month here. We got divisions for all skill levels, cash prizes. It's free to play. You should come play. Even if you haven't played in 15 years, even if your little brother wants to play and doesn't know how to deploy his MCV, we got Division 5 for those beginners. We're running that next week. So be sure to join the Discord. You can find all that information at redalert2.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, we probably already ran this month's Division 5, but next month, it's because you guys are a few weeks behind. But anyway, we run events every month. We are always looking for new players regardless of skill level. So come join the fun if you want to. You can also figure out how to download the game and get playing. You can realistically download this game, start playing online in like 10-15 minutes. Really, really easy. And we got quick match as well. So Blitz quick match, you can queue up, match other players, play games 24/7. It's easy. The Blitz quick match makes it fun. Even if you can't make it to the tournaments, you can come in, hop in, do that. Come join the fun. It's a party. I recommend it. I'm a little bit biased about it, but I think it's a good time. So, Allied versus Allied now, and Qien continuing with kind of an unorthodox opening here as he brings out the Naval Yard. Now, there's something interesting on this map, and I was going to say it's the destroyers. The destroyers are, they're kind of like little tank boats, you know? Little tank boats here. They can shoot to the ground, shoot to land, but I don't know if you really have the economy to support this. It's going to be a little bit interesting, but Latof now going to match Naval as well. So Latof in the water as well. Yeah, that first point, like I said, definitely a key to victory is Latof getting that Soviet versus Soviet win. Things are only going to get more difficult from here on out. Qien, as we talked about before, is one of the Blitz players who probably has... Qien is probably the top-level Blitz player who has the highest win percentage, both as Soviet and Allied. It'd be difficult to say which one of Qien's is any better than the other. So Qien pushing in now. A little bit tough. So Qien's destroyers are actually going to give him an offensive edge here. He's going to take out that Naval Yard, and Qien's destroyers. Qien is dead broke right now, but he does have, with the destroyers helping him out here, he can actually target these pillboxes. He can target the barracks. He can target that war factory, and this is a wacky one, boys. Destroyers going on the offense at the 2-minute mark is not something we've ever seen before in Blitz. We haven't had a lot of maps that have lent themselves to this, but it's definitely viable here, as we're going to see Qien quite possibly going to be closing out this game thanks to those destroyers. But his Grizzlies obviously keeping up as well. Latof was able to get downfield and take out the AFC, but I just don't really think it's going to matter. Demo trucks out now are going to cause some issues. Latof gets the left one. That one on the left, actually. Ooh, right side demo truck. Just takes a Patriot missile. Not too bad. So the funny thing about it is that Latof actually really opened himself up to these destroyers. Had he built off of the water more, the problem was his barracks and his war factory were in range of the destroyers. Oh, and the destroyers have slightly further range than the Grizzlies. The destroyers are not a unit that most players are familiar with the mechanics of. I mean, they're just very rarely used. Certainly not water to land like this. Yeah, the destroyers supporting Grizzly tanks. I've never said that before. Maybe that'll be the meta on this map. Who knows? So Qien also out tanking in this position, so everything in Qien's favor here. Just kind of have to close this game out. Should be pretty simple. Yeah, the money. Yeah, pretty impressive for Qien able to maintain this. Obviously, he didn't really push much else. You know, he wasn't really building. He didn't build fodder, right? He didn't build many pillboxes. Didn't push Eagles. Didn't push tech. Only had one war factory, and allowed him to have plenty of money to push the destroyers down the middle here. So Latof is controlling the AFCs nicely, but just doesn't matter here. It just really doesn't matter. Qien has more destroyers than tanks. Yep. Very, very odd. Very, very odd opening here. But hey, it worked out. Be interesting to see if that stays viable, because like I said, so look, the destroyers can't target the MCV. So as long as you build away from the water, and then, you know, important to note, the Soviet does not have a boat that can shoot land to ground. I mean, the anti-air boat can, but it sucks. So it's only versus Allied. So versus Allied, yeah, you might have to try to just keep your production away from the water to try to avoid this position. Now the Prism Tower is defending, and Latof hanging on here, making Qien convert this position. I like that, but yeah, Qien's like, dude, I'm going to get my AFC up. I have 10 grand. So now Qien on 4 AFCs. Not much really for Latof to do offensively in this position. Oil goes down, AFC goes down, barracks goes down. Okay, that elite, I always forget though, the cruiser, the anti-air boat's called a cruiser. You really need Chrono Legionnaires to grab these demo trucks, that's the key. Yeah, so now, mid-late game with Allied versus Allied, the Eagles are going to be hitting the demo trucks. So the demo trucks you think would lose value, AVA. Yeah, Qien just playing this one safe. You know, you don't want to, especially against a player like Latof, top-level guy, you don't want to just go recklessly pushing in here. But Qien, I mean, Qien's got a billion Eagles. There's like 9 different ways for Qien to win this game. So should be dropping the hammer here. 16 Eagles. Grabs an oil, gets another oil, gets an AFC. And Qien doesn't want to stray too far from the destroyer. He wants to try to use those destroyers. I mean, it just doesn't matter. I think Qien playing with his food just a little bit here, but Latof certainly making it as difficult as possible. The destroyers, I mean, if your opponent, there's some strategies obviously that only work if your opponent's not expecting them. And I'm not sure if I'm excited to see if the destroyers possibly remain viable later on in this tournament, but I would imagine that it's a kind of a gimmick that we do not see very often, but you never know. I don't really even know the cost of destroyers. Anyone know the cost of a destroyer off the top of their head? Eagle is just picking Latof apart at this point. MCV goes down, War Factory goes down, Latof quits out, Qien puts one on the board. Alright, point number 3, so now going over to Allied versus Soviet, so Latof with his preferred faction here. So Latof, if Latof can win this one, Latof kind of has to win this one because his Allied versus Qien Soviet, I think the next point is going to be very, very tough for Latof. So if Latof can win this one, even if he loses the next one, we'll go to point number 5. But yeah, Latof really needs to get a win here. Qien is going to open GIs. Let's see how you guys feel about this one. 40% on Qien, 60% on Latof. Wow, I'm actually surprised to see that. I would have, especially you guys in the stream who just saw Qien versus Luke. Qien is just looking so tough today. But Latof, the Deso King, man. And traditional, too, Latof is a higher rated player for sure. So a lot of people, Latof does have that stronger foundation, I think. But Qien's just playing such good blitz this month. I think I said last month, does anyone know? I think Qien was close to taking number 1 on all 3 ladders. Yuri's Revenge, Red Alert 2, and Blitz. He took number 1 on Blitz. Can't remember how he did on the other ones. Alright, GI is pushing it now. Does get that elite GI. That's always scary. He's going to need another sentry gun here. Another sentry gun. And I like the way that Qien's combining. So a lot of people just GI rush, right? But Qien, the way that Qien GI rushes with his Grizzlies, so combining the Grizzlies in here, but even with a very well-orchestrated GI rush backed by those Grizzlies, wasn't able to get too much done there. Ultimately, only took out a few sentry guns, and that was just a really, really nice defense from Latof. Now, Latof is a bit broke. Latof could consider maybe selling off a sentry gun or two, trying to get a little bit more comfortable here, adjusting into a mid-game. And Qien looks like he's going to keep the pedal down here. He's got dogs pumping in. When the Allied player starts pumping fodder like this, possibly could be looking to try to get offensive. Don't think he really has the tanks to do that, but Qien is going to have a pretty good economy behind him shortly here. Latof pushing in and a beautiful sentry gun from Qien to force Latof out of that position. Qien with us fodder advantage here and now 2 pillboxes. So Latof not going to be able to push in that zone. He took number 1 on Yuri's Revenge and Blitz. Yeah, so last month, guys, Qien number 1 on Yuri's Revenge and Blitz, and close on Red Alert 2 on all 3 quick match ladders. So, yeah, like I said, guys, Qien with no girlfriend is a beast. Been playing a lot of Red Alert 2, and you love to see it. You love to see it. I think he finished 4th that month when he first got that girlfriend. Anyway, it's hard to say. Are girlfriends more important than video games? I don't know. I'm biased. I want Qien just to be playing Red Alert 2 for us all day. Although I do, suppose a girlfriend might be more important. All right, demo truck, left side, demo truck, right side. So both players going to get one here. Latof goes over to counter on the left side with a flak track. That's not going to work. So the demo truck on the left side, demo truck on the right side is uncontested. Does need to try to dive on that. Splits off. Nice unit control from Latof. No damage from that demo truck. So the Eagles 2 fully juiced AFCs from the Octo Kid, and this is a scary position to be in as the Soviet player, especially because Latof hasn't been pushing tech. And if you're not going to push tech, you need to be out tanking right now. If you're not going to push tech, you need to have like 5 war factories by now, and you need to have a heavy Rhino advantage. And so this is not what Latof wants. If the tank numbers were like this and Latof had an Iron Curtain, that would be okay. But this now Latof brings out the Battle Lab, but this late tech push like this, combined with not really having enough Rhinos to get anything done, a very, very unfortunate position here. So Latof loops his left group in, he's going to loop his right group in, and he distracts on the left side. He's going to get a nice chain reaction on the right side here. Ooh, only gets 1 oil, so a good build there from Qien. Good build there from Qien to make sure those oils didn't chain react. So Latof, decent value there. He did a good job moving away and staying away from the pillboxes, which are largely on the perimeter at this point. Now Latof, as I say that, Latof is making the switch over to tech. 2 Kirovs coming. We're going to see a Dreadnought as well here. And ultimately, the story right now is the anti-air. So Latof just fully committing to this anti-air. So many flat cannons, which is obviously just absolutely critical versus Soviet player, or versus an allied player. All right, Kirov. Gonna get a war factory. Does get a war factory. Dreadnought out. It does get the shots off. What's the target? Oh, there's too much anti-air. Not gonna matter. So Latof now working on the left side. Big fodder advantage for Qien. It's gonna come down to unit control here. A lot of dogs in that group can make this tough. Latof bringing reinforcements over. Now double Dreadnoughts out. Path with the confetti. Path with the confetti. Path perfect time confetti. Confetti coming. Eagles coming. Oh, gets the... Oh, he's going to suicide. He's going to suicide. Oh, why didn't that... Oh, he goes down to 1 tick. He goes down to 1 tick on the Iron Curtain. Oh, my God. That was so close. Demo truck now. Good splash damage there. Going to do more to the Grizzlies and take the fodder. Demo truck on the left side takes the GIs. The Dreadnought's still, well, failing to pump through, but there is an Iron Curtain coming. You got to think this one's going in the way of the Deso King. But the Octo Kid going to make it as difficult as possible here. Iron Curtain on the right side. Nice timing to clean up some of those Grizzlies. Now it's time to go to work. There's no Battle Lab, so no Force Shield here. Yeah, Latof. Yeah, Qien just quits out. All right, so yeah, Paf, we going to get you in here this month? Is Paf going to get in the tournament this month? We need Paf, man. We got a lot. We still got, we're just kicking this month off, man. Next week, guys, we got Division 5 on Wednesday, Division 4 on Thursday. The week after that, Division 3, Division 2. The semi-pros and the pros are running all month long. Man, I'm really excited about this pack of semi-pro players, man. We got some killers in this semi-pro division. A lot of, it's just been so fun to watch these guys get better so quick. These guys are just grinding in quick match. Heavy Hughie, the Dynamic Dino, the Lloyd the Lion, Dr. Hassan. I'm excited, and they got avatars. That's all that matters, really. So now Latof did get that win with Soviet, so critical here. Basically, Latof now in this position, up 2-1 in a best of 5. Latof with Allied here, very tough for Latof. Now, more than likely, Latof's going to lose this point. So, but then we're going to come down to point number 5, and then he can play Soviet. So, I would say, you know, for Latof, you know, he can get a little bit comfortable. He can do something a little weird here. You know, I would have, maybe he opens GIs. He's going to open the Naval Yard. So Latof is going to mirror what Qien did. He's going to open the Naval Yard. He's going to bring the destroyers in. Yeah, I think when you're up in the series like this, playing your unfavored faction might as well get a little weird, especially against Qien. If you play him straight up, the Rhinos are just going to roll through, I think. So he's going to get a little weird here. Destroyers heading downfield. That barracks is out of position. Pillbox is going to try to slow down these Rhinos here. We'll see if Qien tries to bounce to the outside or just pushes straight through. The Destroyers, it's so funny. Get rid of that barracks. Very nice. And Latof is going to hold this position, I believe. Yeah, dancing around that pillbox. Probably because another pillbox coming. Yeah, and Qien forced to pull out. And like with everything I just said, you know, that's the one thing is that, you know, technically speaking, yes, Latof can lose this. But these guys, you know, at the top level like this, there's some pride involved. You know, Latof and Qien have been going back and forth at each other. Like Berg just mentioned last month, quick match, I think Latof had 2 less points than Qien. For those of you who don't know quick match, what were the points? It's like in the thousands. It's like in the thousands, and Latof took second by like literally 2 points. So these guys have been going back and forth at each other a lot. There's some pride involved, and so yeah, Latof could, you know, lose this game, go on to point number 5, but Latof wants to win this. Latof wants to win with Allied. He wants to win 3-1. He's hungry. He's not going to roll over and die here. So he does sell off the Naval Yard. His economy is a little bit strapped right now, as Qien correctly switches over to the left side to get away from those pillboxes. Both demo trucks out now. Qien's going to dive on that oil. He's going to lose all of his fodder in the process, though. Demo truck on the left side is going to loop around the back. If that gets an oil, it'll get 2. The Eagles come over, not in time. A 3-pack. A 3-pack on Latof. Very, very nice demo truck. The Eagles tried to counter, but just a little bit too late here, and Latof is in trouble. Rhino numbers getting to a scary amount. Qien doing such a good job playing both sides of this map right now. The demo truck dodges. The demo truck dodged that hit. That's hilarious, and it does get an oil out of it. Very, very nice from Qien. Dodging Eagle shots, man. That's like that's like ninja level stuff. Always fun to see. Now you guys are thinking, Ivor, isn't that just luck? There is luck involved, but there's also some strategy to make Eagles miss. All right, so the GIs and the GGIs, they're like the town militia. It's like pulling the farmers from the fields to help defend the town. The Rhino's just pouring through right now. Yeah, Qien is going to get away from that Prism Tower, click down the Grizzlies, and that's going to be GG. So, yeah, decent look there from Latof, but Qien is able to pull it out, and that's going to bring us to point number 5. All right, guys, the barn is officially burning, and I'm excited about it. I gotta say I'm pretty excited about this because we've had a lot of pro games the last couple days, but we haven't had a barn burner yet. So the barn is officially burning. It is 2-2. Both players playing really good blitz and playing this map very, very well. Yeah, so for the pro tournament, guys, if anyone who's kind of lost track of how this works, basically with the other divisions, Division 5, 4, 3, the lower level guys, we do a single day round robin tournament. Goes for a couple hours, that's it. The semi-pros and the pros, we got about 10 people in pro, 10 people in semi-pro. They play each other all month long in these games, so the winner of each game gets $10. So the winner today is getting $10. All the pros, the winners get $10. And then at the end of the month, the top 4 players go into a Final 4 single elimination kind of knockout round. So that's how we get our final winner. But earlier on in the month, it's kind of basically like show matches that, you know, tell us who's going to be in the Final 4. And the reason for that is just to kind of keep things flexible. We run this every month, so I don't want to do like a round robin with 10 players. It's like a ton of games. So, you know, sometimes people are busy, da-da-da-da-da. So with this, it's like, if you want to play, even if you're a pro and you only have time for 1 or 2 games, you hop in, you can still make some money, have some fun, even if you can't commit to the full tournament. So that's the idea behind the current system. So, Soviet versus Soviet here. In the final point, the players are able to pick their own factions. Both players going Soviet. Be interesting to see. You know, we've seen the meta, the preferred factions for a map shift over time. I think this map's actually going to prove to be pretty even at the top level. I think that you are able to kind of resist early pressure on this map as Allied, thanks to these mesas kind of creating some choke points. And I think that does make Allied fairly viable on this map. But it seems like earlier on in the month, the less kind of time spent on the map, the more that it is Soviet favored. But it's possible that this is just a Soviet map, just because of just how open it is, how open the lanes are and stuff. Oh, the sentry gun shooting the ground. Okay, it gets it. So both players this point playing a little bit safe. Throughout this series, these guys have been getting a little bit wacky and weird for us. This point, they're keeping things nice and tight, bolstering up, going to choose really, really specific battles. It all comes down to this. And like I said, guys, these guys have been going at each other all month long. They both really want to win this. So drones on the right side camping that first crate. Crate coming here pretty quick. That demo truck. The demo crate is coming. Got to be careful. If your lightning bolt hits your units, you do take some damage here. Demo coming. Demo coming. Ooh, Qien needs to be careful. He's going to... Oh, the drone's on the right side. That was pretty funny. Well, now the drone on the left side. Ooh, nice. So good unit controller from Latof. Gonna get... Oh, doesn't get away from the demo. A little bit of splash damage. Not too bad. So now both these guys playing these demo crates a little bit more seriously. You know, I think when you say demo crates, players just kind of like scoff it off. Obviously, you guys know I've had gimmicks before that don't matter, right? Like the weather control device, you know, got used 3 or 4 times. So it's hard to know if the random thing that I came up with matters or not. On this map, the demo trucks, yeah, if you're sleeping on them, they're devastating. And we've seen that in the games we've seen so far. The demo trucks have completely swung things. Desolators now from Latof, the Deso King going to edge in. We'll clean out a little bit of fodder, get a bit of chip damage done. And as a quick reminder, as these guys are in a little bit of a staring contest, if you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. I know I say it all the time. I know it's annoying, but it does help me tremendously. It's free for you. I'm trying to get more people watching and playing Red Alert 2. It's as simple as that. If you guys like, comment, subscribe, you can comment, even just saying GG, dropping a comment in there. It helps the algorithm, tells YouTube that this content is worth watching, and then it puts it in front of more people, and then slowly we get RA to the moon. Just like Age of Empires 2. You guys see the Age of Empires 2 sponsored by Red Bull tournament right now? It's like $1 million prize. They're playing in a castle. That's where Red Alert 2 is going to be someday. If you like, comment, and subscribe. If you comment enough, we'll get a castle and a Red Bull $1 million sponsorship. Maybe. All right, and again, these guys still just bouncing around. Neither player taking much of an offensive bite. Qien now going to push in a little bit here. Qien seems to be out tanked to me, but in this kind of mosh like this, just going to come down to unit control. Qien seems to be severely out tanked on the right side now, and Qien with no defensive structures, no drones, no desolators. Latof now with uncontested rhinos on the right side. Qien made a bit of a miscalculation here, I think. Now drones out for Qien. Those drones are going to pump quick, but if the MCV goes down, Qien will lose this game. Can he save this MCV? The drone's able to hold. Now, but the second wave is coming down to 1 tick. The MCV's going to go. Oh! And Qien tries to bring an engineer out to save the MCV. That actually would have worked. That's something that players don't think of very often. An engineer to try to save an MCV like that, it would have kept him in this game. Now the Dreadnought's out, pressure coming down, loses that War Factory, and Latof smells blood in the water. He's going to keep hammering him home. Qien does switch back over to rhinos from drones. Not going to matter. Latof takes it home.